Hey everybody, Billy here with Unbroken Together Coaching. Let's talk real quick about being intentional and what that means in your recovery process. What it means in successful recovery, okay? Being intentional. It can mean so many things. It means doing things for someone else, right? It really being intentional about it. In this case, it is you, the previously unfaithful spouse, doing things for your betrayed spouse, showing changes, showing things different than you used to do. One of the things I always say is, hey, never fail to bring home a snack. She always wants a snack. If you're out doing things, that's one of the small things that you can do, you know? Tell you what it looks like for me. I'm out driving around, I get hungry, and all of a sudden when I get hungry, the first thought that crosses my mind is Kimberly's probably hungry. So I will call Kimberly and ask her if there's something that she wants, or I'll send her a text message, something like that. If she doesn't answer, or if I don't get a response, guess what? I already know a lot of the things that she likes, so I'll just pick it up without her asking because I know that she's probably hungry. And that's great and all, right? And one of the things that happens when I got to this place of intentionality, when I got to the place where I started really being intentional towards her, I started bringing her her stuff and then forgetting to get my own. I'd be sitting there watching her eat and say, hey, can I have a bite? You know, because I completely forgot to grab my own food. I was the one that was hungry, but all I could think about was the fact that she's probably hungry. She's the number one thing in my head no matter what decision I'm making in my life. And that is what being intentional is. No matter what decision that you're making, you are considering your partner. You're considering your spouse with everything that you do. Every little detail of everything. And I've got guys, because this goes into other things, so I've got guys that are telling me that they can't do certain things. I don't have time. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to bombard myself with videos all day. I don't have time to bombard myself with books. I don't have time to do an outline and talk to her and start a conversation with her. You're lying to yourself. This isn't something that costs you money. This isn't something that takes from you. If you can tell me you don't have time for that, but you had the time to have an affair. You had the time to talk to other women on your phone. You had the time to have those conversations, but you don't have the time to devote to your spouse that has been betrayed, your spouse that's hurting, your spouse that's dealing with all of this pain every single day. You're also not touching her pain. You're not touching her pain. You're not really feeling what she's feeling. And you're not trying to because you're not making it intentional. Being intentional says normal life is no longer a thing. Being intentional says every day I'm going to prove that you're everything that I want. Every single day I'm going to give everything I can give to you. Everything I can possibly give to you. That's what being intentional is. Being intentional is a life change for us. If you're a previously unfaithful spouse, like me, there is a change that has to take place. An intention has to change. I got to stop looking at me. I got to stop looking at me, right? I got to look in the mirror hardcore at myself and yet stop looking at me and start looking at me, right? In a different way, I got to start looking at what I am and what needs to change. But you've got to start feeling what she's feeling. She's not going to put you through what you put her through. But keep in mind how long you put her through that turmoil and why, and what all the hiding was. Well, my affair was only a couple of months. Yeah, but how long have you really been hiding? How long have you truly been holding on to lies and secrets? Most likely, all of your life. Most likely, all of your marriage. Keep in mind, however long you've been doing that, you better devote at least that long to putting this thing back together hardcore. And in the first year, you cannot be off your game. You can't. We got to be intentional, okay? We're Unbroken Together Coaching. I want to be there to help you. I want to be there. You previously unfaithful spouse, you previously unfaithful guys, I want to be there to help you. We are here. We can fix this. I can tell you, your marriage can be better than it's ever been. I know you rewrote history. I know everyone thinks their situation is unique, and you'll say, well, Billy, you don't know my situation. You don't know what I've been going through. You don't know what it was before my affair. You don't know this, you don't know that. I'm telling you, I know it all. I deal with it and see it every single day. Try me on that. See if I can't get you to a better place, because I promise you, if you'll take these steps, if you'll do the things that I'm talking about, you're gonna find yourself in a better place. Your marriage won't fail if you're doing the right things. Reach out to us. Unbroken Together Coaching. Thanks.